Welcome back to the studios of Kuwait. Dear viewers, we're starting off our first phone call interview this evening, and for that we are joined by a healthcare coordinator. We have with us on the phone Marianne. Marianne, are you with us?
Yes, hello Rania.
Hello dear, welcome to the studios.
Thank you for hosting me today.
And thank you for joining us as a healthcare coordinator and therapist. Marianne, it's very important to really hear what you have to say, and to begin off, tell us about the precautions that elder ones should take and should keep into consideration as they're trying to avoid getting COVID-19, especially that they're high-risk individuals. So we'd love to hear from that.
Okay. The best way to prevent the COVID-19 is to avoid being exposed to this virus.
Okay.
For the old elderly, they should wash their hands for sure, oftenly, limit contact with commonly touched surfaces or shared items. For sure, they should clean and disinfect all surfaces, avoid the gathering, and the most important things, they should boost their immune system.
Okay.
How? First of all, they should step away from the media and TV, as you know, because stress negatively alters the immune system responses within the body. Second, they should have a good sleep routine. The sleep has a huge influence on the immune system.
Of course.
And the sleep gives the body an opportunity to heal and rest. Third, there is the exercising. It helps raise the level of white blood cells and antibodies that fight off infection and can help with the prevention of blood clots, which have been a symptom for some who contracted the COVID-19.
Okay.
And in our clinic, in Fouzia's Sultan Healthcare Network, now we are providing specific COVID rehab program, which includes specific exercise to help the elderly or all the ages to recover from COVID-19.
All right, that sounds wonderful.
Yes, and also you can check our Instagram account and our YouTube channel. There is many exercises they can do it.
I see.
And also we cannot forget eating healthy and balanced diet is very important. For sure, also with adequate hydration. And in the end, vitamin D is very important. Because it is creating a healthy immune system and strong bones.
Well, overall, I'm sure that it's very important for the elderly to maintain their intake of all sorts of vitamins and minerals.
Yes.
But why is it, Marianne, must they focus specifically on vitamin D? And is it sufficient to get that from the sun, or would you recommend supplements?
Yeah, look, as individual age, the risk of vitamin D deficiency increase, not only due to decreased direct sun exposure, but also because the skin cannot make vitamin D as efficiently as before.
Okay.
There is the process of aging. That's why they should consume more food rich in vitamin D, like fatty fish, like salmon, sardines. There is the egg yolk, and there is fortified food like cereal. It's very important. For the supplement, they should take, but they should first consult their doctors
and get their vitamin D checked
health.
For sure. So get a blood test, and as you mentioned, follow up with a medical professional, because it's not something that we should tread lightly with.
Yeah.
Right. Well, Marianne, let's go back because we'd love to talk more about nutrition, but let's first cover some of the points that you've mentioned. So you've mentioned that the elderly should stay away from social gatherings, but some individuals may find that very difficult to do because they live in a larger household. So how can they tackle that problem or that issue?
How to prevent the COVID-19 if they are living in a house.
Yes.
Is this what you mean?
Yes.
Okay. The distancing, the social distancing is very important. Okay, there is the family, they want to come to visit us, but in this pandemic, and the elderly people are at high risk to catch this COVID-19. We should, if they want to come, they should, we should do social distancing, put masks, they should wash their hands, we should avoid kissing, hugging. This is very important.
All right. So maintain social distancing even within the household. That's very important.
Yes.
Right. And then Marianne, tell us, why is it that individuals whom are older in age, and especially ones with different old age diseases, why are they more prone to catching the COVID-19 virus?
Look, the older people face significant risk of developing severe illnesses if they contract the COVID-19 due to physiological changes that come with aging and potential underlying health conditions that can depress the immune system and make it harder to fight off viral infection.
Oh, I see. So it's because their immune system is already being pushed to a limit, because it's already fighting off these other diseases.
Many changes when you age, and the immune system he cannot fight like
before.
In a younger age, you know.
Okay.
And many diseases, many changes.
I see. Well, you've mentioned different foods that can help in a way strengthen individuals, especially older individuals, as they try and prevent catching the COVID-19 virus. Do you have any other dietary tips to recommend other than the vitamin D food sources such as fatty fishes, such as salmon, such as egg yolk? What else would you recommend?
To be honest with you, there's no evidence-based research available to support that consuming immune-boosting foods help to prevent COVID-19. But for sure, they help to control inflammation. You know, inflammation is a precursor to diseases. Okay. They should eat for sure fresh produce as possible, but it's not in season or hard to find. We should bring frozen. You know, frozen stuff that are normally picked at the peak of the season and then frozen, and they contain more vitamins and minerals.
But Marianne, allow me to interrupt here, because from my understanding, certain vitamins do not live well if you tamper with the temperature of the food. And one very prominent example given when people used to explain this further is vitamin C. And it's why back in the day, sailormen would have scurvy very prominent amongst them. It's because the canned food and food that's just not fresh does not hold vitamin C. So is that a myth? Is that a misconception?
Look, for the produce, why I'm telling you fresh, لأنه all the vitamin and minerals will be present. For in case here in Kuwait, we cannot find fresh fruits. I'm talking. There is fresh vegetables, but it's hard to find. That's why frozen things, it contain more vitamins, and for sure it's not 100%. You cannot find 100% vitamin C in the frozen, but at least better than if you go to the market or farm. To bring, it's not fresh, and you know they are from other country, and until they reach our cuisine, no vitamins.
Okay, so in that case, it's almost a better choice to head over to the frozen section for fruits and vegetables.
Yes, I want to tell you about fermented food. Fermented food like apple cider vinegar, yogurt, olives are very important. Why? They act as natural virus blockers.
I see. Okay, and I'm sure it's not just short to the elderly to take these fermented foods. Would you recommend it also to younger children?
Excuse me?
Would you recommend fermented foods to younger children as well? Is it safe for them to consume?
If they tolerate this, why not? The olive, they can eat olive. It's good. It's very good olive for the kids, you know, and for the elderly. But for elderly, one thing, they just should not be so salty. It's not good for them.
Right, then we go into a different problem, I'm sure, with hypertension and different kinds of diseases. Okay.
Exactly. And don't forget about the fruits rich in vitamin C. That is papaya, kiwi, orange.
Tomatoes actually as well. Very high in vitamin C. That's a new discovery for me.
Yeah. Really?
Yes.
Good. Yeah. You know, the vitamin C is a powerful antioxidant that can help fight off viruses and bacteria. And also the garlic. The fresh garlic contains compounds such as allicin. This allicin that helps the immune system also fight germs. And also there is the green tea. You know, the green tea contain polyphenol, potent plant antioxidant, which provide also immune boosting effect.
But Marianne, does it matter where we get our green tea from? Because if you go to the market, there's different brands and they all like boast themselves as the best out there on the market. So does it matter which one we buy?
Yeah, to be honest with you, yes. And I recommend to bring organic green tea. لأنه there's no chemicals in it, there's no additives. You know, لأنه many companies add additives inside this green tea, which is not good. And I recommend to bring something organic. No chemicals on it.
And how about
the pure green tea?
I'm sorry, again?
And pure green tea. You are asking about matcha. Matcha is more powerful than green tea. It's a pure green tea. It's very good. But look, if you have problem in your stomach, ulcer or something like that, you cannot take. It's very aggressive, and especially for elderly, they are taking many medicines. That's why they have maybe problems with ulcer and something like that. It's not recommended. That's why it's recommended to take 1 cup or 2 cups green tea. It's less strong to their stomach.
All right. And would you ask or would you request that the elderly stop at 2 cups of green tea? Because I remember reading a scientific article a few years back, and I don't know if the research has changed since then, but it's recommended several cups of green tea, and that can help even fight the signs of aging. So should they stop at 2 cups, or for individuals who are like green tea crazed, can they go up to even 4 or 5 cups a day?
And you know why? لأنه it interferes with many medication. You know, they are taking for high blood pressure. It will be not indicated. Yani maximum for them, if you have high blood pressure, you cannot take 4 to 5. There is a caffeine. It will make you more, to have hypertension. That's why we should consume 1 to 2 cups per day.
Okay.
If you are elderly, if you are young, you can take 3 to 4. If you don't have any issue with your health, for sure. If you don't have hypertension or you don't have ulcer problem.
All right. That's a very important tip. It's really pieces of advice that we wouldn't know if we hadn't contacted you, Marianne. So this is great to have you. So Marianne, let's then move on to talk about newly born babies. A lot of moms have delivered during the pandemic, even before, or they're expecting a newly born child within these months, and it can be very intimidating with the COVID-19 virus going around. So tell us, how risky is it to catch the COVID-19 virus for newly born babies, and how can parents lower the risks and the chances of this?
Okay. Look, in newborn, the risk of COVID-19 infection is very low until now. You know, the newborns can become infected with COVID-19 during the childbirth if the mother is COVID-19 positive or exposed to sick caregiver after delivery. Current evidence says if newborn become infected, the majority have either asymptomatic infection or mild disease, and they recover easily. You are asking me what the WHO guidelines are now recommended. The WHO guidelines now strongly recommend that even if a mother were infected with COVID-19, she must breastfeed. The breast milk has been found to be safe and free of the viruses in the current data.
It's very important. I've heard, Marianne, it really helps boost a baby's immune system. It's a very important source of antibodies.
Yes. The antibodies, it's coming from the mother to the child. Inside the breast milk is the best nutrition ever for a newborn baby, and we should at no point stop breastfeeding.
All right, that's wonderful. So even if a mother falls ill with the virus, she should maintain breastfeeding?
Yes, she should maintain with precaution. What the precaution is? The hygiene. Wash hands, put mask. Always she should wash hands before she take the baby, before she breastfeed. She should wash, take care of her hygiene, personal hygiene. She should clean and disinfect all the stuff. Utensil, for example, if she's using bottles to put the breast milk, she should disinfect this, like that.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much, Marianne, for joining us and really clarifying all these important pieces of advice for everyone out there. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for hosting me. And if anyone have any concern, any question, we are willing here to help you in Fawzia Sultan Healthcare Network.
Thank you so much.